The data science is starting from getting the data, because the internet has a huge amount of data. So you can see data science as starting from getting the data to cleaning it and processing it and getting the insights from it. And then on top of it, you build some extraordinary things which either can predict or classify something or maybe generate new things. So that's all is data science. So again, the data science is a parent domain. So it contains almost everything. And so as I told you, so starting from getting the data to deploying your machine learning or artificial intelligence based models, everything comes under data science. However, the data analyst is like, you have the data and you want to get key insights from that. So you need to analyze that data. You used to do some statistical modeling and get the insights from the data, which is very unusual and people cannot see it. So that is mostly data analytics. Machine learning is, on the other hand, is you have the key insights. You understood that these are the hypotheses and what are the key features your data have. Now you want to build something on top of it. For example, you want to build a machine learning algorithm which classifies, which tells you which what are the next movies you should be watching based on your past history. So these are the things that machine learning modeling or deep learning modeling that does. Being in the data science domain again, so mostly you have seen that data science domain people work as a data scientist, either applied data scientist or usually the data scientist. Data science is a big domain. So I believe that the skill set that is required for being a data scientist is, you should be very strong with the mathematical skills. For example, you should be very good with the statistics. You should be good with the program, your choice of programming language. Mostly you see that R and Python are the two top programming languages, very famous in data science domain. Then you should be very good with visualization part, because you'll be doing a lot of statistical modeling and all sorts of things. And then in the end, you should be able to implement the machine learning algorithms. So all this comes under the data science part. So you should have a very broader way of looking at the data, plus your skill set should be on a very broader level. However, when you go to the data analyst part, your main aim is to, given a massive amount of data, you should be able to like drill the key features and key insights from the data, and you should be able to show it to the world. So in that case, you should be, I believe you should be very good with the statistics. So given a very sample of a very few set of data, you should be able to tell the whole thing about the population. That's the key insight that data analysts, that's what they do. Plus, you should be very good with the mathematical modeling and visualization stuff. On the other hand, if you go to the machine learning part, you are someone who is very keen towards implementing stuff plus deploying them. So you are someone who, getting the data, is daring enough to ask the next question: what is going to happen in the future? So you are very fascinated about the future and you want to predict something or classify something for the users. So that's what machine learning is. And for that, you should be, the first thing is that, of course, the mathematics and statistical thing becomes the prerequisite, whatever you do in the data science domain. Plus, you should be very good with the programming and the implementation. So because we have limited resource and limited time, and you have to do everything within this amount of resources that's given. So that's what is required to become a machine learning engineer, I believe. So it depends. Fortunately and unfortunately, the whole data science domain has a very huge range of salary package. I've seen people who, just for the sake of being data scientists, they're data scientists. So I've seen them working with the minimum package of around 4 to 5 LPA also. But on the other hand, freshers, I'm just talking about freshers. I've seen people who are freshers and they have like very extraordinary set of skills. They're very good with the data science key concepts, and they're daring enough to implement the new things, new ideas. So they are getting like 45 to 50 LPA also in India, right? If you go overseas, then of course things changes. But the range goes from 4 LPA to 50 LPA. So, any newcomer, assuming that the newcomer doesn't know anything related to, for example, programming also, or anything related to the computer science domain, I would say start with the basic mathematics. That is, start with linear algebra, and then go towards a more numerical analysis. That would be the first thing to do. After that, work towards the statistical modeling and understanding the statistics and probability, how it works exactly in general terms, how it works, right, in the real world with using the real world example. The third thing I would recommend everyone to, of course, learn programming. Any choice of language they can learn, but of course, currently the scene is that Python is very famous, even R is very famous, so they can choose either Python and R. And it's very easy to learn any of these programming, especially Python, because the community is very strong. So they can start learning the programming choice of their programming language, and they should practice it a lot. After that, gradually they can go towards the machine learning concepts and try understanding the machine learning concept. Once they understand the mathematics and statistics, learning machine learning and even implementing machine learning concepts will be very, very easy for them. So that's the roadmap that will help them. And of course, after machine learning, they can go gradually towards the deep learning part.